It has nothing to do with women.
I think you should mute him and like just make something up over him.
Better. It wouldn't provide anything else that he's not.
Oh no, his video's ending. Hold on. Wait, hold on. Let's try this.
No, we're cool with this. I'm good.
No, we're not.
I'm good.
Most of you have actually never watched my videos on YouTube, but I really want to tell you guys something very important. You see, I have very, very bad menstrual cramps, and I know it sounds really weird, me being a guy and all, but I have a womb and I'm lactating right now and I'm kind of pregnant, but the problem is my doctor says I've got to give birth through my nostrils, and I really don't want to give birth through my nostrils. I'm kind of hoping maybe there's a woman out there somewhere who's willing to donate her vagina to me. That way I can actually give birth through a birth canal and not through my nostrils. You see, I really don't want 10-foot wide nostrils while giving birth to this child. I mean, you don't pass like a watermelon through that little cherry-sized hole of yours. That's going to be terrible. Could you imagine doing that through your nostrils? It would be absolutely god-awful. Hey, have I told you how much I love fucking cheese? It's absolutely amazing putting your dick into a wedge of cheese and then rocking it back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. My favorite types of cheese are the real soft cheeses like Gouda and things like that. The hard cheeses like cheddar and Swiss, they kind of make me chafe, but they're okay if you put a little cheese whiz on them. It's kind of like putting lube on them. Hey, have you ever put cheese whiz on your dick and tried to stick it into your mouth, and it's like really sort of salty and sweet at the same time, and then you realize you came in your mouth and you think you might be gay because you came in your own mouth and you ate your own cum? Because it's really fucking weird. Anyway, back to being pregnant. Well, it turns out that I accidentally impregnated myself when I was on the planet Mars jerking off to a group of strippers who were up there while I was high on LSD. And then I realized that I had a womb and that the cum was actually seeping into my gut. And then one day, through quantum physics, one of the pieces of sperm actually got through and impregnated myself. And I realized I was pregnant and not fat. And now I'm ready to give birth and I'm ready to explode. But I really don't want to do it through my nostrils. So again, if there are any women out there, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. That way I can give birth to this child through a womb, through a birth canal and not through my nostrils. See, because I'm lactating right now, and all of the milk is spurting out of my shirt, and that's why I have to buy a new pair of shirt today. And really, I just can't tell you how much it hurts having this child in me, because I know it's going to have to come up through my nostrils, and then my eyes are going to bulge out, and my hair's going to get all frizzy, and it's going to be absolutely awful. And oh my God, have I told you how much I hate brushing my teeth? Jesus Christ, it's such a pain in the ass brushing your teeth, especially when you have no arms. Do you have any arms? Do you know what it's like masturbating, not having any arms? I have to use my feet to masturbate. I masturbate at least 15 times a week trying to use my feet. You try doing that, ladies, all right? Try masturbating with your feet once in a while. Let's see how you get to your little clitoris and see you do that. See, because I've got a 14-foot-long cock, and my God, thank God that video ended. Jesus Christ. Oh.
Woo! Jason, I love you, man. I fucking love you.
Oh my God.
Oh, I think I hurt my chest. It's just better than anything ever.
Alrighty, he shut up. Let's see what we can do. Mute it. Play it. You know, every time I think about intelligence and intelligence-isms, I can't really imagine myself being all that intelligent, because I look up books by like Stephen King and guys like Stephen Hawking, and I put the two names together, and they both have King in their name, and it's kind of really weird when you think about it that way. Was Stephen King actually Stephen Hawking in real life, and vice versa, and one of them's actually the scientist and the other one's actually the author? Did the crippled man actually write all of these books? And then the book author actually write all of the awesome stuff that the universe is all about? Well, you know, when I think about that sort of stuff, I try to imagine what intelligence actually is. You see, the guy who's crippled is actually really intelligent, and the guy who writes books is actually really intelligent too. So it really makes no sense why the guy who's crippled is intelligent and the guy who writes books isn't as intelligent as the crippled guy. But they're both intelligent in their own ways. Unlike me, have you seen this fucking haircut I've got? I looked at myself in the mirror and I went, Jesus Christ, I'm an ugly son of a bitch. Anyway, back on intelligence. I really think that intelligence equals the amount of education you've gotten in your life. So every time I look at myself in the mirror and I realize that I've failed out of high school and I haven't gotten my GED yet, and I live inside my parents' basement, and all of the DVDs that I have are actually my father's DVDs, you see, it's really kind of depressing. But I smile anyway, because I look into the camera and my eyes are really pointy and beady, and my face has got this kind of structure where I look at it and I go, you know, I'm really an ugly son of a bitch, aren't I? And I've got these really weird moles on my face, and I really don't know what to do about them. Anyway, back on intelligence. I looked in the mirror and I saw that my head was really, really big, but then I realized that it really wasn't filled with a whole lot of brain mass. So I was wondering to myself, I said, you know, if my brain really isn't all part of my skull, maybe it's a lot of hair. So I decided to shave my head off, and then I took a dead skunk, and I dyed it brown, and I stuck it to my head. And now I've got a dead skunk dyed brown on top of my head. So I decided that I was going to eat a sandwich, and then I started to think about the sandwich. And when I thought about the sandwich, I realized that the sandwich was actually just turkey in between 2 slices of bread with a little mustard in between it. So why did we actually call that a sandwich? It's not really its own object. It's several individual objects, such as bread, turkey, and mustard in between all of it. It's not really one whole object like, say, a tree is. A tree is a whole object. Well, except for the leaves and the bark and the wood and all of the different cells that are in it. But, you know, it's just really kind of strange when you think about it. I really don't know what else to think about trees. I mean, they're like a whole object, not like a sandwich. A sandwich is like little different individual parts that we call a big thing. It's kind of like the universe. The universe itself is a lot of individual little parts that we call a big thing. And well, it's really kind of confusing when I think about it, but that's okay, because I really don't have to think about it all of that much, because every time I look in the mirror, I say, boy, I'm a dumb son of a bitch. Anyway, I was staring in the mirror again, and I realized I got a really small cock, so I decided that I was going to cut my dick off and put it on my face and call it my nose. It's really kind of not working out. The women really don't find me that attractive, but I can tell you what, I'm really damn intelligent, because I can figure out that a sandwich is actually not a sandwich, but individual components massed to look together to be a sandwich. Anyway, what I was thinking was I was going to steal a car and run over some people, and then I was going to go to jail and prison for the rest of my life, and that way you, the people, could take care of me the rest of my life the way I want you to. Boy, is that just a great idea or what? Anyway, I think I've got to get going soon. I really hope I've got to get going soon, because I'm running out of ideas, because my intelligence level is really, really low compared to Stephen Hawking and Stephen King and anyone else I can name King, like J.K. Ryle King. Well, it really wasn't that funny. Anyway, I'm really not a stand-up comedian. I wanted to be a stand-up comedian one day, but then I decided I was going to blow my own head off. So I'm going to go do that right now. Bye. Says.
I can't see very well.
10 minutes?
10 minutes and 47 seconds.
A lot of countries are
Why does this guy even have a fucking channel?
Him talking for 10 minutes?
Alright, you know what to do, Jason. Entertain us.
Genocide.
I want something out of this. If I do this for 10 minutes and 47 seconds, I want something out of this.
I'll send you another picture of my tits.
Done. Alright, here we go. Hi, I'd like to clarify something for you guys. It's not that I'm a really insensitive type of jerk, it's just that I can't really see very well, so I pulled my dick out of my pants, and I thought I was masturbating in a closet, but unfortunately, I was actually masturbating in a little girl's laundry basket, and unfortunately, she was watching me the whole time, and then there were police there, and there was the FBI, and there was a surveillance camera there, and then the newspapers were there too, so I hid underneath a blanket, and they went away, and then I woke up the next morning, and I was in a jail cell, so I decided to leave the jail cell, and I went home, because I was in a minimum security prison. I don't know why. Do they usually put sexual predators in a minimum security prison? I don't know, but it was very strange. I think it was a paper mix-up. So I walked out and I walked back home and I bought myself a bag of Cheetos and I fucked the bag of Cheetos. After I fucked the bag of Cheetos, I ate the bag of Cheetos. It tasted really salty for Cheetos. You ever have salty Cheetos before? I've never really had salty Cheetos before, but I have had really strange flavored Cheetos before. They're actually really, really, really spicy and they taste like jalapenos, but they don't really taste like jalapenos. Ever had jalapenos before? So you know what jalapeno tastes like. So the jalapeno flavored Cheetos don't really actually taste like jalapenos, but I was fucking them and then I realized my dick burned because I was fucking the jalapeno flavored Cheetos. So I put the jalapeno flavored Cheetos in my mouth and I swallowed them and it was really hot, so now my throat and my dick burned, so I decided to get some water, but I ran out of water because I didn't actually pay the water bill because I don't live anywhere anymore because I was arrested by the FBI, so now I'm actually wandering around the street the city, and I decided to go to a water fountain. So I went to the water fountain, and, well, after I went to the water fountain, I figured out, you know, I really just need to stick my dick in the water fountain. So I stick my dick in the public water fountain. The cop sees me and arrests me on the spot, but I kicked him in the dick and I ran away. Unfortunately, I had handcuffs on, so now my hands are tied behind my back, and I'm running down the street in New York City with my hands cuffed behind my back, running away from 3 cops. And then it came up to like 14 different cops, and they're all kind of pissed off at me because I kicked the cop in the dick. So they kicked me in the dick, and they curb stomped me like a little bitch ass that I am. It's really kind of strange when you think about it, because it was a really fucked up day, and I never really imagined that I'd ever do anything like that. I mean, would you ever really kick a cop in the dick? I don't know what I was thinking. I just really wanted to get my penis to stop burning. And it was just really, really desperate to do that. So I jumped into the Central Park Lake, and then I drowned to death. But then I rose again because I found out I'm actually Jesus. Well, yeah, no, I'm actually not Jesus. I'm actually Satan in disguise. But, hey, you know, it really doesn't really matter. You know, I like to read books a lot, but I can't read books anymore because, unfortunately, I don't have real eyes anymore. You see how I don't blink? I don't need to blink anymore because my eyes don't have any fucking water in them because they're fake. They're actually robotic eyes now. Anyway, listen. I decided I was going to get a Wii U this year, but I don't really have any money because I'm a criminal now and I'm running away from the law. So I think what I'm going to do is actually I'm going to get on my YouTube channel here and I'm going to beg for money. That way all of you idiots can give me money and I can go buy myself a Wii U. I don't know where I'm going to play it, though. I think I'm going to play it at the homeless shelter here. Do you like the homeless shelter here? They have electricity. I'm thinking of what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the electricity from the lights here and I'm going to run the wire down to the Wii U and play the Wii U that way. But I don't have a television, so I think I'm going to break into a Best Buy and just steal a television and bring it to the homeless center here. Hey, did you ever try to light a house on fire and by accident light your own head on fire? It's a really, really embarrassing situation because I poured gasoline all over the place and I can't really explain why, but unfortunately my hair lit on fire, not the house. I ran screaming down the block for a day and a half before finally a fire department came up to me and put my hair out. They said, "Son, God almighty, why did you light your hair on fire?" And I was like, I don't know why. I just, whatever. I just kind of felt like doing it. You ever tried to just feel like doing something you just really didn't want to do and then you did it anyway? I did that once with a little girl, and then I got put in jail again. I've been in jail 17 times since last September. It's a really strange story, but I've always broken out every single time. How come they keep putting me in minimum security prison? Stop putting me in minimum security prison. It's so laughably easy to get out of. Now, I have to ask you another question, guys. Have you ever wondered what it's like to run up and down the stairs and then have a heart attack and die and raise from the dead again? Because I really think I'm actually related to Cthulhu. I don't know who I am. I'm not Jesus. I'm not Satan. But I think I'm related to Cthulhu because I've got this tentacle that comes out of my ass and wraps around my leg and sort of scrolls up into my ass. It's really, really freaky. I got to kind of waddle around left and right like that. Man, it did turn on for the girls, though. Let me tell you. Well, except for maybe my fucking meth addict scars on my face here. That's kind of a turn off. You think I should get off meth? Or you think I should get back on meth? I'm really kind of on and off about it. One day I love meth. The other day I don't love meth. But I keep scratching my face. Look at all these fucking pores on my face. Oh my God, I feel like I got bugs all over me. Have you ever tried to eat a bug that's running all up and down you? It's really kind of crazy. Oh my God, I just don't shut up. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about anymore. I think I was talking about meth. Hey, do you ever put meth in your anus? I don't really like putting meth in my anus. It's really a very unpleasant experience. And I have to tell you, it is one of the worst things you could possibly do to your butt because it melted off. That's right. My anus melted off and now I have to shit in a bag. It was really very, 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 very terrible experience. I urge you never, ever put meth in your anus because if you ever put meth in your anus, you're going to be shitting in a bag like I shit in a bag. Now, the good thing about me is, though, that I shit in a bag and I can reuse the shit because I'm related to Cthulhu, so I eat my own shit. It sustains me. It's actually a really wonderful cycle. But the police don't like it, so when I told them that I shit in a bag and I have to eat my own shit, the police kind of looked at me and beat me in the face with a baton. That's why I got this scar on my forehead. I really can't explain why, though. Hey, did you know I masterminded 9/11? It's true. I'm actually Osama bin Laden in disguise. I've been hiding here in the United States for 72 years, only your president never told you. That's really kind of funny when you think about it. I mean, I masterminded 9/11. I stole all your water. You're actually drinking dog urine right now. It's really quite amazing what I've been able to accomplish in this country. Hey, do you know what it's like to steal a Blockbuster video store and then attach it to your own house? I dragged a whole Blockbuster video store by a forklift down to my house and I attached it to my own house, and it was fantastic. Unfortunately, I don't really own the house. It was attached to someone else's house, so I have Blockbuster Video right next to a house, so I could rent videos whenever the hell I wanted to. It was really awesome. And now they got Redbox, and it fucked me over. I really hate the fact that Redbox came out, because it really fucked it over, because it was really great. I had Blockbuster, and then they all shut down. Now all I've got is a dollar store attached to this house. The good thing is it's not my house, though, so I don't actually live there, so I don't have to worry about it. But the biggest problem is that I don't have anyone to clean the pool anymore. Nobody works at dollar stores. You know, like 3 people in a dollar store. I need at least 4 or 5 people working at the dollar store, otherwise I can't clean that pool out. I don't even know why I'm complaining, because it's not my house. It's some random stranger's house that I've been living in for the past 6 months because I've been on vacation in the Bahamas. I really wish I could go to the Bahamas, but I can't leave the country because I can't get a passport. I can't get a passport because I'm a meth addict and I'm a former criminal, and I really can't really do anything. It's just so disheartening. I wish I could get a passport. Hey, can I have a passport? Can I have your passport? I think I'm going to steal your passport. No, I don't really think I can take a passport from anyone else. I mean, it's really kind of rude to take that sort of freedom away from them and take it from myself. That's okay, though, because I'll just cross the Mexican border, because nobody really ever secures the Mexican border. I mean, come on. Really? Do you ever watch anybody walking back and forth on the Mexican border? Of course not. I don't walk across on the Mexican border. I walk across on the Canadian border. I don't trust those Canadians, and I'm Canadian. Oh, man, it's really crazy. I don't trust those Canadians. Oh, my God, those goose and those geeses and those Canucks. Oh, it's terrible. And every time I see one of those Canadians, it drives me nuts. I swear they're coming into our country, and they're stealing our lederhosen. It is it is un-American. We have to put a stop to it. That's why I voluntarily patrol the Canadian border, and I urge you to voluntarily patrol the Canadian border as well. And oh my God, I've got another 5 minutes of this shit. Holy fuck!
Please.
There's a hot air balloon circling over the Earth, and the hot air balloon is actually spying on you, and it's actually spying on me because I'm actually a secret agent for the Ukraine. Yeah, that's right. I'm actually a secret agent for the Ukraine. I'm stealing United States secrets on how they actually manufacture potatoes, because you don't actually have a farming system here in the United States anymore. You actually manufacture potatoes in a plant, and we're trying to steal that for the Ukraine because all we really have is potatoes and dirt out in the Ukraine. Hey, did I mention I try to patrol the border in Canada? The reason I'm doing this is because I'm passing messages back and forth from myself to my Ukraine counterparts in Canada, and they're actually passing it back to the headquarters back in Canada. We can't use shortwave radios here because it's absolutely horrendous reception from the Ukraine. The good thing is, though, that we don't have to worry about shortwave radio reception because we're passing messages on the open border of Canada, which I am patrolling left and right every single day, waiting for a message from the mother station. But the mother station never sends anything back, so I have to go back to New York City, and then I've got to steal all of my stuff so I can live in a cardboard box. Hey, did you know what it's like trying to steal 3 televisions from Best Buy? Oh, it's impossible. They yell at you, they scream at you, they get the cops. Oh, it's really absolutely horrific. So instead of stealing televisions and refrigerators, by the way, have you ever tried to steal a refrigerator before? Do you know what it's like attaching the refrigerator to your back and actually trying to haul it out the front of a door without security trying to stop you? It is horrendous. It's absolutely amazing, though, because I tried to do this when I was on meth, and I thought Jesus was actually in the refrigerator, so I strapped Jesus to my back, and I walked out of Best Buy, and I was staring at the stars, and then I realized I wasn't at Best Buy at all. I had strapped a tree to my back, and I was out camping. It was really fucking weird, and the tree was on fire. Why was the tree on fire? It was absolutely terrible having that tree on fire. I mean, come on! The tree being on fire and on my back? That's how I lost my goddamn hair! The good thing, though, it's growing back. Let me tell you, it's absolutely ridiculous the things people put you through. I have some of the worst friends in the world. Let me tell you. My friends took me out camping one day, and they left me there. And they said, we'll see you next week. And I was like, wait a minute, I'm in the woods. Why aren't you staying here? They said they were going to pick me up next week, and they left me there with a butter knife, some scotch tape, a little bit of peanut butter, and lederhosen. More fucking lederhosen. I swear to God, those Canadians trying to steal my goddamn lederhosen. Those sons of bitches. But that lederhosen kept me warm. Let me tell you something. Oh, man. It really kept me warm at night. And I was able to actually start a fire with the butter knife, a tree, and bear intestines, but I can't tell you how because it involved a secret ingredient inside of my urine that actually lights bear fur on fire. Wow. It's really fucking impossible to stay cold in the desert. You know how hard it is? I was out camping in the woods. I kept walking because I wanted to go home because I only had lederhosen on, and then I found myself in the desert. And it's impossible to stay fucking cool out there. Have you tried to stay fucking cool in the desert? It's ridiculous. I swear to God, I thought I saw the planes from 9/11 flying overhead. I was just passing out because I had all the fucking heat stroke. Then I found something out. Lederhosen is a fantastic propeller. I attached the lederhosen to my head, swung my head in a circle, and I started flying through the desert air. It was amazing. I flew through the Gobi Desert, and I came all the way back around to the good old United States of America, and I landed just south of the Canadian border to monitor those fucking Canadians who were trying to steal my goddamn lederhosen. I never knew lederhosen was such a fantastic propeller. Did you? Oh, it was fan-fucking-tastic. You know, you think I really should stop taking meth? I really think I should stop taking meth. I think my life's getting kind of fucked up right now with all this meth going on. You know, I'm thinking maybe dropping meth and going for alcohol. I think that might be a safer idea for me because I swear to God, the alcohol is just insane. But it tastes so bad. Have you ever tasted really bad alcohol? I can't afford the good stuff, so I have to get the really bad stuff. And the really bad stuff tastes like my urine. You know what my urine tastes like? It tastes like the shit that lights bear fur on fire. It's absolutely ridiculous. Oh my God. I have tasted better stuff coming out of a cat's penis than I have tasted cheap liquor. Alright? It is absolutely ridiculous. Now, have you ever heard the story of Little Red Riding Hood? I have, and fuck you, it's done!
My ribs!
Wow. I'm amazed you went on for that long.
Ow!
I need water.
I'm never going to forgive you. Ow! Oh, I can't.
Well, this has definitely proved something. Dana is easy to entertain off of a bottle of wine.
Oh my God.
Shut up. I can't breathe.
Oh.
You hydrated up there, Jason?
Carl, I need water.
No, she needs more booze.
Oh my God, no more booze. No more booze.
Oh God, I'm just gonna watch a guy light his dick on fire again. Alrighty, somebody requested this that I actually do it on camera, so I'm going to be on camera while doing this.
Oh dear.
But because they didn't believe that I did this last week, so here we go.
Wait, what?
It's not like they can't find it and see it.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't
Twitch
that. It
TV.
was so much they thought I pre-recorded it and edited it together.
No.
So
Serious?
here we go.
Why? No.
Hey, have you guys ever thought about the lottery? See, I've always thought about the lottery before, and I never realized that
I
it really
can't
takes a
handle
lot of
this
money to
again.
fucking win it. And unfortunately, I really don't have a lot of money to win the lottery, because, see, I did the math, and it looks like it's going to take more than $10 to win the lottery, statistically speaking. I really have to spend a lot of money to win the lottery, and unfortunately, I really don't have $10. I gave that to my meth dealer, and he gave me a little bit of meth, and then I took a hit. And now I'm here in this strange building. I really don't know where the fuck I am. There's a roll of toilet paper on the wall next to the door, and I don't know what the fuck this room's supposed to be, because there's no toilet here, but there seems to be a locked door there, and there seems to be a little tray hole they can slide food in and out of. I think I'm locked in here for my own safety, or at least for the public safety, but I really don't know. Hey, have you ever licked Nutella off of your belly button before? It's really hard to do that. Let me tell you something. I've tried doing it, and it really didn't work. Then I tried doing it on my nose, and that worked better than licking it off my toes. See, I got really bad hips, and, well, some people think you could fix that by winning the lottery. If I had money from winning the lottery, I could fix my bad hips. But you see, the problem is I won the lottery, got the bad hips, and then I got the money taken away from me because I didn't actually win the lottery. I had just stolen it from the lottery officials. That's why I think I'm here in prison. Oh, is that where I am? I'm thinking in prison, man. You know, it really doesn't look like prison. It kind of looks like a grade school or maybe some sort of college counselor's class. I don't really know what's going on here. Hey, have you seen my Pokemans? I've got so many goddamn Pokemans. It's amazing. The first Pokemon I got ever was a Pikachu. Yeah, I love Pikachu. I like it when he turns into Raichu, though, because then he's a big manly man, and then I gotta sway my butt left and right for him, because, oh, I really love that Raichu. Hey, have you ever really looked at Raichu before? You know, you really think Raichu's a man? I think Raichu's actually a hybrid beast woman, but that's okay. I really don't mind. I'm really not that judgmental, because, you know, there are rich people out in the world, and what are rich people really good for? Well, they're really good for giving you money. That's really about it. I mean, they've got money, you don't have money, so what I think is you just take their money, and that's what I did. I took their money, and I bought myself Pokemans. Now, Pokemans are really awesome, but you see the problem with Pokemans is that you can't fist Pokemans. They're not real. I tried to fist my Game Boy once, and I ended up breaking my wrist. It was very, very disturbing. But then I learned I could fist myself. It's a really, really difficult process. And let me tell you something. Don't ever do it with Nutella. It is very, very dangerous. You will never lick it out of your butthole because you are not a dog. Believe me. I've tried several times. Even though I'm shaggy like a dog, my name is not Scooby-Doo. It's actually Shaggy. So anyway, that's where I shoved my fist up to my anus, and it was covered in Nutella. And it was really, really a fascinating experience. But boy, my butt burned for days after that. Let me tell you something. Oh, man. I really wish I had a wristwatch, but I lost it in my butt some time ago. Hey, do you know what it's like trying to get a wristwatch out of your colon? It's really very painful. I tried using a pair of sticks and some dynamite, and that didn't work. And then I realized that if I actually played John Madden's NFL football, I would shit with so much rage and anger that I would basically shit out my watch. So I did that. Unfortunately, I shit in place, and now I shit all over my carpet, and now my parents are mad at me, so they kicked me out of the house, and they won't pay for rent for me. Now, have you ever really wanted to watch Pokemon, but you couldn't watch Pokemon because you were busy shitting on the floor because John Madden's NFL football really pissed you off? Well, I learned something very important today, and that lesson is you really, 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 really have to play the lottery, because if you don't play the lottery, you're not going to make it anywhere in life. See, because if you don't make it anywhere in life, you can become a meth addict like me, and then you're going to be homeless, and you're going to be living in here in this meth rehabilitation center. Wait, am I in a meth center or am I in prison? Oh, man, I don't know. I think I'm feeling a little bit woozy after I stuck my fist up my anus, but there's really not much to do here besides walk around in a circle. And Jesus Christ, let me tell you something. Walking in a circle here is very boring. I look at this fucking tacky furniture. I got this purple shit on the left, this red shit on the right, and then I got the fucking doggy door on the bottom there. You know, I have to tell you, by the way, I've got to crawl through that goddamn doggy door. Yeah, that fucking doggy door on the bottom there really sucks. I don't think they ever really meant for me to get out of here, but I found a way to get out of here. It turns out that when you shoot enough meth through the window up your veins, you'll be able to actually lose a lot of weight, and then you can crawl out there. You know, I really got a problem, though, because I keep scratching my face, and I think I got bugs all over my face. Do you guys think I got bugs all over my face? Oh, my God, no. Do you think I've got bugs all over my butt? Oh, God, do there bugs in my anus since I fisted my anus? Are there bugs inside my raichu right now? I'm going to have to scratch my raichu. Oh, my God. This is a terrible development. Absolutely terrible development. What time is it? What is it, 3:13 over there? Jesus Christ. How long am I going on for? Anyway, listen, I just want to let you know that I really think that the lottery is cursed. See, because I won the lottery, but I didn't really win the lottery because I stole it from people. But I won it, so I tell myself I won it, and I told the judge that I actually won it. The judge didn't believe me. He said I stole the money, but he's full of shit because that idiot doesn't know anything. But I won the lottery, and I felt good, but I'm cursed because I'm here in a meth rehabilitation clinic. It's really not that bad being in a meth rehabilitation clinic. See, because I've been there several times before. And goodbye.
made a new meme. Must scratch my raichu.
Oh my god! How do you even do this every time?
And with that said,
there's your proof.
and on that bombshell, it's time to go back to the studio.
On that note, folks, we'll see you next week on what? Okay. Well, it's my turn. You know, I've been really thinking about what random means. We've been talking about what random is and how being random is and randomness. Oops. Oh, hey, whoa, hold on. They can't hear me. Hold on. I'm sorry. You couldn't hear me at all. Let me try this again. Ready? Ready. So I've been thinking about, you know, random and what being random means and random this, random that, random everything. We've been having a little discussion on what random truly means, but when you really think about it, when it comes down to it, what the word random means is that we don't understand the processes behind what makes the result of the random result. So, for example, if you take a number out of your head, say 673, well, what made you say 673? You don't know. That was just completely random. However, there was a process going on in your head that said, hey, this is the number 673 coming out of your mouth right now. Why 673? Well, because I heard somebody say 673 before, and therefore the number 673 came forward. Is it truly random? It's about as random as you can get, unless you're talking about quantum, talking about quantum physics, of course. At which point you really can't tell which way the light's going to go, that sort of thing. Quantum physics is actually kind of really scary like that. There's a lot of randomness to it. That's what makes quantum cryptography so perfect, because we can't really truly understand the nature of photons and the way the quantum world works, and therefore it's very, very random. But that's really off topic. What random is to us is a flip of a coin. If I flip a coin and that coin goes in the air, the coin's affected by how well I flipped it, how strong I flipped it, the air, the environment, and thus it determines where the coin's going to land, whether heads or tails, or if it's going to land on its side and sort of straddle there for a little and leave us waving our dicks around. But that's neither here nor there. That's really not truly random. It's just an unpredictable number of events that went on to really encourage and influence the outcome of the event. But it's not really random. We just don't understand what's going on. Random means random, or completely random, or totally random, or truly random. It doesn't mean an unpredictable event. It means unpredictability. And that is, we can't predict it because we don't understand the system behind it. Therefore, random means random, but not random. It means random. So, what I was thinking, in order to prove that random is actually random, I was thinking of taking two penguins. One penguin will be on the left, one penguin will be on the right. I'm going to take my dick and cut it off, and then I'm going to shove it into the penguin's ass. I'm not going to tell you which penguin's ass I shoved it in, though. You're going to have to guess while I'm running around screaming, bleeding through my cunt, and all over your face. You have to guess which penguin got my penis shoved up its ass. Now, that's completely random, because you're not going to know a damn thing, because you'll be covered in blood, and I'm going to be screaming in pain and agony, and eventually I'm going to die. You'll call the police, and you're never going to know which penguin had the penis shoved up his ass, because protective services are probably going to take the penguins to a zoo or something, and then they're going to try and find out why there was a penis up the ass, but you're never going to know. So that's truly random, because if you knew the result of the experiment, then you'd know that it wasn't random, because the experiment wasn't random because you knew the result. It can't be random if you know a result. It's kind of like evolution in a way, if you think about evolution. See, evolution really isn't random. We just don't understand the processes that let us select and choose which sort of devices evolve in our what DNA sequences evolve in our beings each generation. So it's really not random. It's just we don't understand the processes by which these selections are made. But that's really the whole idea of evolution, is that a lot of random processes happen, and the things that work tend to survive. But you really can't think of it like that, because it's actually math. Random is actually math. See, 2 plus 3 equals 5. If you think 2 plus 3 equals 5, well, that's not really random. That's static. It's static because it's predictable mathematics. However, what made 2 plus 3 equals 5? Well, that was random. Do you know what 2 plus 3 equals 5 means? Well, no, you don't know what 2 plus 3 equals 5 means, because you never actually studied math. Therefore, to you, 2 plus 3 equals 5 is actually random. But it's not actually random because of the process behind it, because random is random, not random and random. Now, we also have to understand that if we're going to talk about random, we also have to talk about unpredictability. Now, unpredictability means doing something like taking a knife and scratching yourself in the back, only to cut yourself in the back and realize that knives are actually sharp and you shouldn't do that. That's kind of random, but it's not really that random. There's also random humor, too, because ha-ha, oh, ha-ha, he, random, but it's not really random humor. It's more along the lines of, oh, you did something unexpected, and it sort of kind of fit in with the situation. That's not truly random. That's situational comedy. Situational comedy is hilarious in the right mood and right token. Anyway, if we're going to talk about random, you're going to have to get educated about what random means, because remember, random is random and not random. So remember, always talk about random. Bye.
God.
Who is this guy?
feeling a little
This is the
depressed
guy
and
that
stuff,
Jason
you know.
talks over.
I haven't really had the motivation
Come
to
on,
sit down and
you know
actually
your role, sir.
plan out video ideas.
This is
Because
all
I haven't
you.
really had any ideas to
5
plan out any
videos.
video ideas, so I'm just going to go mute VLC while this guy's on the stream and be like, hey, I don't really know what this video's about because I'm trying to plan out video ideas, but I kind of cut my hair and I've still got the fucking measles and mumps from all that drug use. I keep scratching my skin. Thank God I haven't gotten into crocodile yet, although I am starting to get into other things like little girls and waitresses, but maybe both of them can be combined into something. I don't really know where to go from there. So I'm thinking of shaving my beard off, but I've got to keep the beard because that's what's in, man. All the hipsters got beards like this. And I got myself a nice, fat, great little head of hair, and it's just fucking male pattern baldness all the way. And I don't really know what to do about that because, ooh, here's me. I was drinking a little bit of there. And it was just absolutely delicious. Hetty Topper tastes amazing, although I can't really actually afford Hetty Topper, so I'm in this fucking room somewhere that I rent somewhere for, I don't know, $250 a month or some shit like that. It's kind of pathetic, actually. I'm really talking into the microphone now. I think maybe I'm going to eat a hamburger, but, you know, I don't know. It's not really what the environmentally friendly way to do anything, so I think what I'm actually going to do is I'm just going to buy some tofu and shove it up my anus, because that's what to do. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to say a prayer to God here, because he really fills my life here. Dear God, thank you for filling my life with joy and goodness and methamphetamines and scratching my face off, and thank you for keeping crocodile away from me, but it really kind of sucked when that black man fucked me in the ass, even though I kind of secretly enjoyed it. Anyway, it's really fun talking to you. I've got to talk to my razor now, or, nope, sorry, that's my mouse, not my razor. It's really cool.
Could be a razor mouse.
It could be a razor mouse too, but it's kind of cool, and I kind of use it as a vibrator, and I'm vibrating my anus right now. I mean, look at this thing going. Holy shit.
Drugs kicking in. Fuck.
Oh, yeah, I gotta plunge it right in there to my asshole, but that's when it really feels good. Anyway, listen, I've been talking for so long now. Does this video ever end? Holy shit. Wait, hang on. You see what it's like when I do that? See, because I'm trying to hit my fucking colon there, but my prostate, and it's really not working, but it feels really good when I do that, though. Boy, oh boy, let me tell you something. It is just absolutely amazing rocking back and forth like that. Now, I kind of have to do that on the toilet too, because I get massive constipation, so I've got to rock it back and forth so I can get it out of my anus. Otherwise, it's absolutely horrible. Boy, let me tell you something. You've never lived until you had to clean up blood from your anus, and it's because you tore a fissure there after being constipated. Holy shit. But boy, oh boy, I'll tell you, that's where the mouse comes in handy, because you can sort of shove it in there and loosen your asshole before you try and take a shit. That way you can just, rock back and forth and be calm with that. And it won't be that bad, not have too many fissures torn. Oh, God, I've been posting to Facebook a lot lately in MySpace, but people keep telling me they don't want to see pictures of my nipples, so I'm thinking of taking pictures of my nose, but, I'm kind of embarrassed because I've scratched all the skin off of my face because I take meth all the fucking time, so it's just, I don't know if it looks really good, but I am trying to clean my act up. Hey, do you think if I got an earring on my left ear that gay guys would be attracted to me? I don't know. I mean, I've got this beard. You'd think the bears would be attracted to me if I did that. I've got to really sit and contemplate this decision. Maybe I should get an earring and a nose ring, maybe a tongue ring too. I hear that blowing yourself with a tongue ring is an amazing experience, but boy, oh boy, it is fascinating to do something like that. Well, anyway, I think maybe I should wrap up this video, but I'm not really sure where I'm going to go with this. I mean, holy shit, how long could this video possibly be? Anyway. Life is really excellent. I've recently invested in several £1,000 of penguin pork, and penguin pork is amazing because you've never actually had it before, but let me tell you something. You get those medallions of penguin pork, and God, it's really good to think about. Hey, have you ever thought about fucking a penguin before? Gee, I really haven't until I did this video, and unfortunately, I'm really running out of ideas here. This video just keeps going on and on and on, and I really need to talk about something else, so let's talk about fucking penguins. They're really kind of small in comparison to us, but who really cares? I mean, come on. You can just make an extra hole, and it doesn't really matter, right, God? Yeah, I'm sure God doesn't give a shit. Anyway, my priest tells me that I'm recovering very, very well, and that I'm integrating society once again, and it's absolutely amazing to notice that people don't walk around with their penises out of their pants. They actually go out fully clothed. I never really realized that, because when I was high on meth and coke, I always thought ninjas were trying to attack me and kill me on my lawn, and then I realized that actually wasn't happening. But thankfully, one of the ninjas asked me to marry him, and I did. Then I ended up married to this guy who lived in Alaska, and I moved to Alaska, and it was very, really fucking strange. I ended up getting divorced and moved back to San Francisco, but San Francisco was a little too weird for me because they had all the herpes and the AIDS. Anyway, so I moved back to Seattle after all all of that. It's raining out, but you can't tell because I got the windows closed. I think I got the windows closed. It seems to be raining out. God, do I have the windows closed? I don't know. I hope I do, because if I don't, boy, this is going to be a really awkward fucking thing to explain to my neighbors. They usually like to watch me, and, well, I put on a show for them. I hope God doesn't mind. Oh, boy. You're not listening, are you? Well... Anyway, I'm really trying to consider getting a car, because if I had a car, I could move around the country, and I really want to visit the country, especially all of those, especially all the gay bars out there, and where all the prostitutes are. It's absolutely amazing. I gotta see all of them titties, you know what I'm saying? Those titties and those cocks, mostly the cocks. I want to see the cocks. Boy, do I want to see the cocks. I want to see your cock, too. Why don't you take your pants off for me? I really wouldn't mind. I'm sure I wouldn't show anyone else. Go ahead, show me your dick. I want you to show me your dick. Come on. It's okay, it's huge, it's cute, it's funny. Come on, we all have dicks. Come on, baby. Oh my God, I'm so desperate. I'm talking to a camera. Anyway, I think when I travel the country, I'm going to go visit New England. If I visit the New England area, I'm really going to go move out to maybe Maine and go live in the woods like a lumberjack, because I think I'm trying to grow a lumberjack beard. I'm trying to be manlier than I actually am. To confess to you really now, I feel like I'm just a little girl trapped in a man's body. I'm on hormone therapy now. I need to tell you that. I'm slowly transitioning into being a woman who has a full beard and a full head of hair and male pattern baldness, but that's okay. You don't have to judge me. I don't judge you. Eventually, though, I'll get titties, and titties will be great to have. It'll make me look, more feminine. Oh my God, it's better than that time. Well, it's better than that time I went down to Mexico where oh God, don't even remind me about that time in Mexico. Oh, it was so terrible. Oh God. Oh man, but I went down there and I ended up somehow in Venezuela, and I had to blow my way home. Oh my God, the buckets of cum I had to swallow. It was just, it's just a funny story. Oh well, sometimes you live and learn. You just try not to. Oh God, thank God it's over.
The United States government just dodged.
I do have to say that.
No longer.
Do we have to actually hear this guy talk?
No, in fact, I think you should mute it now because I'm about to dub it. So I just want to talk to you guys about the United States government, why I can't really shave my beard off. Well, the thing is, see, I'm actually a ginger, but my hair is dyed brown. And I think that's actually conspiracy to the United States government because the economy almost crashed. And if you pay attention to what the economy is doing, you realize that the better the economy goes, the longer my beard grows. So we were in some pretty shitty times for a while because my hair was all scraggly. I had no beard, and I looked like a meth addict. I still look like a meth addict, by the way. It hasn't gone away, but I don't think it's ever going to go away. I'm trying to cover all that scarring up with this beard, but it turns out it's actually the United States government implanting the hairs of this beard into my face, and it's actually kind of really fucking wacky, and I don't really believe it's actually happening, but then I caught this one dude. He was like this little gray midget guy, and he was like, hey, what are you doing awake? You're not supposed to be awake here. And I was like, hey, this is my bedroom, dude. Get the fuck out of here. But the little gray dude put me under sleep, and then he started to attach these little red follicles to my face. He's been doing it ever since. I think it's the excess money that the United States government is generating, and they're actually wasting it on putting a beard on my face. It's really fucking weird. I once rode in a spaceship, and it tasted kind of like sandwiches. I don't know why, but then I woke up, and so I decided to do some more meth because the rest of the dreams didn't really make any fucking sense. But I figured out how we could solve all of the United States economy's problem. All we have to do is get the politicians addicted to meth. It'll be great. It'll be wonderful. It'll be the best way we could ever possibly save this country, because if they're all too busy getting high on meth, they can't fuck up the laws anymore. And if they can't fuck up the laws anymore, that means they can't fuck up the economy anymore. And so we just have to get them all addicted to meth, throw them over a bridge, and not worry about them anymore. Anyway, have you ever heard about the time Little Red Riding Hood went into my asshole and then I shit her out because I didn't want her in there? Well, she went right up in there, and then I came out. And I looked at her and I said, listen, Little Red Riding Hood, if you're going to be in my asshole, we have to set some ground rules here. Number one, this is not a house. Number two, this is not a house. Number three, it's my asshole, and my asshole, get out. So she got out, and I haven't rented out my asshole since. I really could have used that money, though, because I am a meth addict, and I spend all my money on that shit. God damn, I smoke cigarettes now, too, and it's really making my teeth look a little bit yellow. But I'm trying to make my teeth match the color of my beard now, since I'm kind of a ginger beard. If I can get my teeth to be like a ginger color, that'd be awesome. So I have like this ginger motif going on my face. Hey, have you ever flown to the moon? I once flew to the moon once, but that's when I was testing out cocaine. That was really a bad time for me. Hey, have you ever been a whore? I've been a whore once. It's really not that bad, but you end up with AIDS, and it's really kind of horrible having AIDS. I've got the AIDS spots on my face right now, as you can see. It's kind of sad, actually. But the good thing is that since I'm on Obamacare, I can afford all the medications for AIDS, so maybe I should vote Democrat from now on. I voted Republican last time. I really thought Mitt Romney could have led this country to something greater, but then I also thought Ron Paul could have been something, too, and, well, that turned out to be kind of fucking stupid of me, didn't it? Hey, you know, I think I should run for president. What do you guys think? I think running for the president of the United States would be a great thing and really boost my career. I'd have at least something to put on my resume. But I guess I really need something on my resume before I get voted in anyway. I mean, I'm really never going to get voted in by the Democrats. I'm far too conservative for that. So I thought maybe I'd go for the Republicans, but they were like, no, we don't want you here. So I think I'm going to run as a third-party candidate. But then the other third-party candidates looked at me and said, son, you need to actually get your life together before you decide to travel through the wormhole and become the president of the United States. And I thought, the wormhole? What wormhole? I went out searching for this wormhole. It was out in the boreal forests, and I found this wormhole and jumped right through it. I ended up in a lake of fire and hell and brimstone, so I went the fuck back through the wormhole, because I didn't want to fucking be there. So I came out here, and all of a sudden, boom, I had this hair on my face. Oh, man, it's been absolutely amazing journey, but you know, guys...
Must drink faster!
But you know, guys, I really do have to tell you that being an alcoholic isn't all it's cracked up to be. You see, once I accidentally drank a whole bottle of turpentine and spent a month in a coma. It was actually really sad, and I kind of don't remember half of the things that happened in my life now that I have severe brain damage. But, oh well, it's okay. At least I'm here now, right, trying to become the president of the United States. So vote for me, ForeverAlonePrick. He will get it done. And maybe, just maybe one day I'll remember to... I don't know, bathe you or something like that, or maybe, you know, keep the infrastructure going. I really don't know. What does a president do anyways? Just sort of sit around and waddle around and eat baby ducks and stuff? I'd love to eat a baby duck. Have you ever eaten a baby duck? Boy, you know, it should be really interesting to eat a baby duck. Maybe a duck or a goose or a mongo. Oh, you know what would be really awesome was to eat all of the eggs in the world and then vomit them back up. I think that would be an amazing experience. I mean, have you ever experienced that? I think not. I'd be the first person in the world to do it. Probably the last one too. May die from it. But, you know, it's not that bad of an experience, I guess. Death isn't that bad of an experience. You know, one of the things as president that I would do, I would outlaw death. So if you died, you'd go to jail. Don't die, America. We don't want you populating the prisons. It would be absolutely fantastic, I guess. Maybe. Bye.
I'd rather listen to Spoonie.
I think.
I'm fucking dying over here. That was fucking majestic.